All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about a brand new blueprint for financial freedom. In a world that's changing at lightning speed, the old playbooks for work and wealth are, frankly, out of date. We're going to break down the 10 skills you absolutely need to not just get by, but to really build a life of freedom.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Is your income actually future-proof? I mean, really think about it. With AI getting smarter every day and jobs being disrupted left and right, just relying on that one traditional job is getting riskier by the minute. The whole economy is being rewritten as we speak, and we have to be ready. So what's the end game here? It's this: financial freedom. And let's be super clear on what that actually means. This isn't about being mega rich with a mansion and a private jet, unless that's your thing. It's about earning enough income from your assets, things you own that make money for you, to pay for your entire lifestyle without needing a 9-to-5 job. It's about owning your time, which is the most valuable asset of all. To make that happen, we need a new blueprint. The skills that made people wealthy 20 or even 10 years ago are not the same ones that are going to work going forward. So we're going to walk through this new skill set, and we're going to structure it like a pyramid, starting with the most important part, the foundation. And listen, this isn't some far-off, maybe someday kind of problem. The World Economic Forum is predicting that by 2030, almost 40% of our core professional skills will be different. 40%! That should set off some alarm bells. The ground is literally shifting under our feet, which means being able to adapt is probably the most important skill you can have. So let's start at the very base of our pyramid, the foundation. These first couple of skills, all about your mindset and your money, are completely non-negotiable. You get these right, and everything else we talk about becomes so much easier. And skill number one is, you guessed it, financial literacy. Now, this isn't just about being good with spreadsheets. It's about learning the language of money, and maybe more importantly, mastering your behavior around money. This is the skill that takes the money you earn and turns it into real wealth that grows, even when you're sleeping. So what does that look like in the real world? Well, it means really getting your head around the magic of compounding, so your money starts working for you. It's about building diversified portfolios so that one bad bet doesn't sink your whole ship. It's about being smart with taxes so you keep more of what you make. And maybe the biggest one of all, it's the discipline to avoid lifestyle inflation. You know, that thing where the more you make, the more you spend. Honestly, mastering that last one is what separates the people who build freedom from everyone else. The second foundational skill is analytical thinking. We live in a world that is just screaming with data, opinions, and noise. Being able to cut through all of that, think critically, and make smart decisions based on actual evidence, that's a superpower. It's what keeps you from falling for bad investments and helps you spot the real opportunities. And I can't stress this enough. According to that same World Economic Forum report, analytical thinking is the #1 core skill that employers are looking for right now. #1. That tells you everything you need to know about how valuable it is. Okay, foundation is set. Let's move up a level to the engine room. Now that we have the base covered, these are the skills that actually create high leverage income. This is where we shift from just managing money to generating serious cash flow. And the most critical skill right here, right now, is AI proficiency and automation. And listen, this doesn't mean you need to become a programmer. It's about learning how to use these incredible new tools to multiply your output 2, 3, maybe even 5 times over. It's like having a personal leverage machine. This quote really nails the mindset shift. When you get fluent with AI, you're not just the person doing the grunt work anymore. You become a strategic thought partner, using AI to brainstorm ideas, automate your business, and just make smarter decisions faster. Next up is digital marketing and content creation. It's pretty simple in today's world. If you can build an audience online, you can build a business. This skill set is your ticket to creating income streams, often passive ones, from pretty much anywhere on the planet. These are the core tools in your new economy toolkit. Things like SEO, writing compelling copy, managing social media. These are the skills that let you turn your knowledge or your passion into a real sustainable business that's driven by your audience. And finally, in our engine section, we have the timeless art of sales and persuasion. Look, it doesn't matter if you're selling a product, a service, or just selling yourself in a salary negotiation. Being able to persuade people and close a deal will dramatically multiply your earnings. Every high-income person you can think of is, one way or another, great at sales. Now we're at the top of the pyramid, the amplifier. These are the skills that take you from actively earning an income to owning systems that create wealth at a massive scale. This right here is the final leap into true freedom. This all starts with entrepreneurship, and I don't just mean starting a company. It's a fundamental mindset shift. It's about training your brain to constantly spot problems in the world and then obsessing over creating valuable solutions for them. Because money always follows value. And this chart lays out the difference perfectly, doesn't it? The old path is all about trading your time for a paycheck, but the freedom path, that's about owning assets, solving problems, and building systems that work for you. It's a completely different way of looking at the world. But here's the catch. You can't build a big system all by yourself. You'll burn out. That's where leadership and delegation come in. It's about being able to build a team, even a small one, with a few virtual assistants, and empowering them to run the systems you create. That is how you scale beyond the hours in your day. And while you're building all this, you have to get really good at protecting what you've created. That's where risk management comes in. It's the crucial skill of diversifying your assets and having a plan for when things go wrong, because sometimes they will. This is how you protect your gains and ensure that one bad event doesn't wipe you out. Okay, I know that was a lot, so the big question is, where on earth do you even start? Let's bring this down from theory to action and give you a simple launchpad.
Here it is, a simple 3-step plan. First, you've got to be honest about where you are right now. Assess your gaps. Second, dedicate a little time each week, just 5 to 10 hours, to get really good at one of these skills. And third, track your progress. The key here is that small, consistent actions compound over time into absolutely life-changing results. And if you're looking at that whole pyramid and still wondering, okay, but which one first, here's the recommendation. Start with AI proficiency and financial literacy. Why those two? Because they are amplifier skills. Getting better at them makes you better and more effective at pretty much everything else on this list.
So when you boil it all down, financial freedom isn't some secret lottery ticket. It's a system that you build, one skill at a time. So the only question left to ask is the one right there on your screen. Which one will you build first?